Today, I'm giving the people what they want. Hey everyone, I'm Kendra and welcome to my channel. So today I'm talking about my morning skincare routine. I have gotten so many comments. Okay, that's a lie. I have got so many comments in person, not on the internet, of people telling me how good my skin looks and how they want to know what products I'm using all the time. I feel like in this past year, the compliments have just keep coming through. And so I'm deciding to give the people what they want, and what they want is my skincare routine. So before we get into the skincare routine, I want to start with a disclaimer. I didn't start my skincare journey until I was the age of 28. 28 was the year that I discovered the difference between lotion and moisturizer. Yes, people, I was using lotion on my face because it said moisturizer because it's lotion. And I have been using that for 27 years of my life. I say all of this to say that the reason why my skin looks so good is because 85% of it is genetics. You can blame God and my parents. Because if I did not start using my skincare routine at the age of 28, I'm pretty sure my skin would still be fine. Because my parents don't even wear a sunscreen really. And their skin looks great. But the skincare products that I use do enhance my beauty and give me this glow that everyone keeps asking me about. If 85% of my skin, like just flawlessness, is because of genetics, 10% is because I drink water most days, like only water. I barely have any juice and stuff in my house. And the last 5% is hyaluronic acid, retinol, and sunscreen. Like, I attribute that to those 3 products, though I do use other products in my routine, but like really, if I had to narrow it down, it's because of those. I never really had a lot of any major skin issues. Like, I do have dry skin and sensitive skin, but I never really had pimples growing up unless I was on my period. But like seriously didn't really have issues with my skin, and so like that's why I thought putting lotion on my face was okay. Like, why would I do anything else if my skin was fine? So now that the disclaimer is out of the way, we can get into the skincare routine. So I typically start by washing my face, of course. First thing in the morning, I usually wash my face. I always wash my face in the morning just because you sleep, there's dust, all these things, and it doesn't matter how many times or when I wash my face the night before, I always wash my face in the morning. And I've already washed my face. I actually washed it off camera because I was not going to wash my face on camera. And so today I use Cetaphil. This bottle's almost empty, but it's a Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I usually switch between this one or Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. This is actually an old bottle, as in they just changed the packaging for this face cleanser like a month or 2 ago, but I had already had this before they changed the packaging, so it's the old one. I use this when I'm in the shower in the mornings. I usually work out in the mornings, and so if I'm gonna shower, I'm using this because it is a cleansing gel and it kind of foams up. And then I use this Cetaphil when I'm not taking a shower in the morning, which is kind of rare that I don't take a shower in the morning. Wash my face, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's very dry. I have dry skin, so my skin right now feels dry because it is clean. It has been a couple of minutes since I washed it, and usually as soon as I finish washing, I put toner on, and so I left it dry because I wanted you to see what my face looks like when it's completely cleansed. It probably looks a little ashy and gray The first thing I do after cleansing is toner. I use Thayer's facial toner Witch Hazel, and in the scent of Rose Petal. This is the scent that I always use. I've tried their coconut, and yeah, really just the coconut. I think they also have an unscented one, but I usually switch between the Rose Petal or the coconut oil. It's not a strong scent, so you can't really smell, like you can probably smell it right now. Yeah, I can smell like the rose, but like when I'm putting it on my face, it's not a strong enough scent that it's going to bother my sensitive skin. And so I use this reusable, washable pad that I bought from Amazon. I just douse it on there a little bit, and then so my third step in my skin routine depends on the day. So today I am exfoliating, and I use Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. Days that I'm using this, I do not use vitamin C because vitamin C and BHA do not go together. But I'm going to show you the vitamin C I use, which I'm going to use tomorrow if I was using vitamin C today. So I use the Inkey List 15% vitamin C and EGF serum. This is the serum. It's $15 at Sephora. Love this stuff. It's really great. I only use this in the morning because, again, vitamin C doesn't really go with retinol. You can't really mix the two at the same time in the same like routine. You should probably use them separately. So I use vitamin C in the mornings when I'm not using BHA. And so I have another little pad that I use. I know some people just put it in their hands and put it on their face, but I prefer to use a pad to do this. You can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna use this. So I dab a little bit on this pad, and then I again wipe it all over my face. This is gentle enough to use every day. I do not use this every day, again, because I'm using vitamin C every other day. But also, you really shouldn't be exfoliating your skin every day. Not really. So I don't. And plus I have sensitive skin, though this is sensitive enough that if I wanted to use every day I could. I just don't. And then once I put it on, I wait 30 seconds. Alexa, 30 seconds.
Good afternoon, Kendra. 30 seconds, starting now.
I wait 30 seconds in between steps just because I want to be able for the product to kind of soak in before I move on to my next step. 30 seconds is an arbitrary number for me anyways. I don't know where I landed on 30 seconds, but that's kind of where I did. So 30 seconds, and then I move on to the next step. So the next step in my routine is hyaluronic acid. I use the ordinary hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5, but I've been using this since I started skincare routine. Love this stuff, but I always use Mario Badescu's facial spray before I use hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid you need to apply hyaluronic acid on wet skin, and so I use the facial spray to kind of dampen my skin before I put it back on. I have used just about every color liquid of Mario Badescu's. I don't love the lavender. This is my least favorite scent. Again, the scent is not strong, but like my nose is very sensitive, and I just don't love the way this lavender smells. But all the other colors I've tried and I love them. So the next step in my routine is under eye cream. Now let me just preference this with I have tried different under eye cream products. For me, I don't really see the difference. I really don't have a lot of under eye issue, but I got this, it's the Herbivore Supernova 5% vitamin C and caffeine brightening eye cream. This is a sample size that I got from Sephora in the summer. I've had this since the summer for sure, summer of 2023. And with this, I noticed brightening under my eyes. I will say that this is the only eye cream that I've used in my limited time of being a skincare enthusiast that I've actually noticed the difference. So like, is it really doing anything if I don't have major under eye issues? I don't know, but I'm gonna keep using it because, you know, I don't want to be that one person whose black does crack. So I don't use a lot. I take a little bit of this, like you can barely see it, and then I dab it under my eye here, and then I do my occipital bone over here, like all the way. And then while this is drying, I go ahead and put on my moisturizer, which is Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Like, this is the GOAT. This is what I've been using for a very long time. This is the 4.2 fluid ounce. I always get it on the Sephora and Friends sale because the 8 ounce is always sold out when I'm trying to buy the 8 ounce. But when you get this half off, it's great. The Kiehl's cream is very hydrating. I used to switch, like if you saw an old blog post, I did use I used to use Neutrogena in the summer and then Kiehl's exclusively in the winter, but like this is just so good. I use this all year. I totally avoid my occipital bone where I just put in the eye cream so I'm not like mixing products, and then I say, Alexa, 30 seconds. The last step that I do in my routine is sunscreen. Everybody, don't matter if you're super melanated or not, you should be using sunscreen every single day. Rain, sun, snow, hail, whatever. You should be using sunscreen. So I typically use Black Girl Sunscreen, Unseen, Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, or Tula Skincare Protect and Glow interchangeably. So today I'm using Unseen sunscreen, but like every 2 hours I also reapply my sunscreen, so whichever my hand reaches to is what I'm putting on. I actually love the glow that these two give me. They gave me an extra shiny glow, but usually on days when it's not all the time, but usually on the days that I exfoliate my skin, I use this because it's like it's a matting sunscreen, and so I can be extra shiny when I use BHA. So I use the 2-finger method. So I put sunscreen on 2 fingers here. It's, as you can see, it comes out clear, and then I put it on my face. And so that's it. That's my routine. And I don't know if you can tell, I'll try to put the photo of before and after. But I don't know if you can tell, but there is a clear difference of how hydrated my skin looks now after I'm done with my routine versus when I started. And yeah, it's not that intensive. It might feel that way because I talk through each step, but really each step probably takes me like 10 seconds to put on, and then like 30 seconds in between, and then that's it. This is it. I don't put nothing else. Usually I don't put on makeup unless I'm taking photos or have an event, and then I like do that. But this is really how I look every day, all day. Most days of my life. This. So hope you enjoyed this routine, and let me know in the comments if you use any of the products or if this was helpful at all. Talk soon. I have been using this product forever. I feel like, okay, not forever. We already established that my routine is almost 10 years old. sometimes she don't hear me. Alexa, 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
I have a love-hate relationship with Alexa. Of course, I start with washing my face. I actually wash my face off camera because I just... That scared me. I don't know what that was.